For your Ireland Holidays brochure, call us free on 0800 55 5500. Ireland. Live a different life.
Quick-Step laminate flooring can now be installed without glue. You decide where to start and it's finished in no time. You push the panels together and click, it's ready. Another advantage, you can walk on the floor straight away. A perfect finish every time. Quick-Step, the floor with character. You can reinstall it up to 3 times with the Uniclick system. For more information, call us free of charge. 0800 959 230.
This could mean days without heat, endless phone calls, expensive repairs, or it could mean a single phone call to British Gas. Avoid the nightmare of a heating breakdown with British Gas Central Heating Cover. Call 0845 609 4000 now.
For your Ireland Holidays brochure, call us free on 0800 55 5500. We're waiting for your call.
Fasten your seatbelts. Deals on Wheels is back.
The only car programme that tells you exactly what you need to know when you're buying a second-hand motor.
We mean real wheels.
Hi, my name's Luke. This is my Mini. I need some money, so it's got to go.
We've come to look at a Mini. Let's go and see what we can do.
Looks like he knows what he's doing.
See what the little gem does. 950.
And real deals.
70. 180. Lovely 50s, very rare. Lovely.
Deals on Wheels. The new series starts Tuesday at 8:30 on 4. Experts search the Sahara and go to the ends of the earth looking for the biggest meteorite ever to fall on this planet. That's tonight at 8, here on 4.
Robert Christie from St Austell in Cornwall, Andrew Joyce from Bangor, Norman Thornley from Morecambe, Michael Elric from York, Andrew Dunlin from Kingston upon Hull, Helen Grayson from Leeds, John Lyons from Netherton on Merseyside, Marion Stockley from Warnham in West Sussex, Davina Chaplin from Holton in Lancashire, Bob Moore from Witherstack in Cumbria, George Phillimore from Hastings, Sheila Webster from Bedford, Anthony Marsh from Priory Park in London, Colin Baser from Bristol, and Bob Ewell from Limehouse in London are all here to play 15 to 1. Presented by William G. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello, our previous winner today is Bob Ewell from Limehouse in London. Welcome back, Bob. We also have with us, and I have to say in response to lots of your letters, Andrew Dunlin, who last time, with a score of 141 and 1 life left, realising that he couldn't make it onto the finals board, sportingly took the last question in the final to allow John Hutchison a place on the finals board, and indeed in the grand final. Welcome back, Andrew, and on with today. 2 questions each in the first round, 1 correct answer from you to survive, and we begin with Robert Christie from St Austell in Cornwall. Robert, Scotland. Of Scotland's 13 universities, 3 were founded in the 15th century. Aberdeen, Glasgow, and which other one?
St Andrews.
Andrew, please. Pop music. His first UK #1 single was a reissue of Space Oddity in 1975. His last was in 1985 when he teamed up with Mick Jagger to sing Dancing in the Street. Who?
David Bowie.
Norman, please. Famous paintings. Salisbury Cathedral from the Meadows, Dedham Lock and Mill, and boat building near Flatford Mill. The English artist, please.
John Constable.
Michael, please. Members of Parliament. At Westminster, they have MP after their names. In the Scottish Parliament, it is MSP. What letters do members of the Welsh Assembly have?
WMP.
AM, meaning Assembly Member. And Andrew, please. Geography. The name, please, given to the sea route along the north coast of North America between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans.
The Northwest Passage.
Helen, Sport and Rugby Union. Ben Cohen made his debut for England in the Six Nations tournament, scoring 2 tries in England's 50-18 defeat of Ireland. What was his uncle George Cohen's highest point in his sports career?
He played for England when they won the World Cup in 1966.
He did indeed. John, please. Opera. In which Puccini opera must the suitors, for the hand of a cruel Chinese princess, solve 3 riddles or be beheaded?
No idea.
Turandot. Mariam, please. The royal family. How many children did the Queen have when she came to the throne in 1952?
2.
Yes, Charles and Anne. Davina, science. What's the principal explosive ingredient of dynamite?
Gelignite.
Nitroglycerine. Bob, please. Sport in the USA. In which sport are the Chicago Bulls, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Detroit Pistons major teams in the USA?
Basketball.
George, please. Television. Which eponymous hero is played by the actor Alan Davies in a popular BBC One comedy drama series?
I don't know.
Jonathan Creek. Sheila, please. The USA and landmarks. What's the name of the building in Washington, D.C. in which the US Congress meets?
Capitol building?
Yes, the Capitol. Yes, the US Capitol. Anthony, from which United Nations agency, established in 1946, did the United Kingdom withdraw in 1985 and rejoin in 1997?
UNICEF.
UNESCO. Colin, language and grammar. What word describes abbreviations such as UNESCO, radar and laser?
Acronym.
Bob, please. Literature. In which novel by P.C. Wren do three brothers called Michael, Digby and John join the Foreign Legion?
Beaugest.
And your second question, Robert. Transport. At what minimum age must a car take its first MOT test?
After 3 years.
Andrew, please. Geology. Halite is the geological name for the naturally occurring form of which common mineral?
Calcium carbonate.
Rock salt. And Norman, please. Morton's Tower and Lollard's Tower are parts of which palace in London?
St James's.
Lambeth Palace, home of the Archbishop of Canterbury. Michael, history. The name, please, of the meadow on the south bank of the River Thames, near Egham in Surrey, where the Magna Carta was signed or sealed.
Runnymede.
Andrew, please. The royal family, Lord Frederick and Lady Gabriella Windsor. Who is their mother?
Princess Michael of Kent.
Helen, legend and myth. What was the name of the seat at King Arthur's Round Table, which was reserved for the knight who would find the Holy Grail?
The Siege Perilous.
And John, please. Botany. Which common household plant has the Latin name Ficus elastica?
Rubber plant.
Marion, please. The Book of Samuel. When David faced Goliath, how many stones did he have for his sling?
Just one.
5. Davina. The royal family. The Queen has 3 official residences. Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle and...
Sandringham.
Holyrood House, the Palace of Holyrood House in Edinburgh. And Bob, please. The Gregorian calendar, finally adopted throughout Britain in 1752, replaced which earlier calendar in use from 46 BC?
The Julian calendar.
George, please. Only 3 countries in Africa are classified as monarchies or kingdoms. Morocco in the north, one of the 2 in the south, please. Swaziland and Lesotho. Sheila, please. In a computer, what do the letters CPU stand for?
Sorry, don't know.
Central Processing Unit. Anthony, Wimbledon tennis. Since seeding began in 1922, who is the only non-seeded player ever to have won the men's singles at Wimbledon?
Arthur Ashe.
Boris Becker. Colin, please. Navigation and ships. What name is given on ships to the partitions within a ship's hull or superstructure?
No, I don't know.
Bulkheads. Bob, psychology. Sigmund Freud divided the mind into 3 parts with specific names for the unconscious, conscious mind and conscience. One of the 3, please.
The id.
Yes, the id, ego and superego. Three down, 12 to go. Laura?
And they are Davina Chaplin, George Phillimore and Anthony Marsh. And for the remaining 12 contestants, 5 still have their 3 lives intact.
Medicine, Robert. Sometimes caused by a vitamin A deficiency. What is nyctalopia?
I don't know.
Night blindness, can't see in the dark. Andrew, the arts. With which works of art, examples of which can be seen in Coventry Cathedral and Liverpool's Roman Catholic Cathedral, is the name John Piper associated?
Stained glass.
Yes, stained glass windows. A number, please, Andrew.
Number 14, please.
Colin, Government and Scotland. The title, please, of the official publication of the government in Scotland.
I don't know.
The Edinburgh Gazette. Again, please, Andrew.
Number 12, please.
Taxation and self-assessment, Sheila. What's the automatic fine for not sending in one's tax return, if it's due, by the 31st of January deadline?
£1,000?
Not even the Inland Revenue would do that. £100. Again, please.
Number 6.
Helen, if your birthday falls on March the 25th, which star sign or sun sign would you be?
Aries.
And number, please?
Number 15.
The USA and New York, Bob. Which of the 5 boroughs of New York City was and is named after Catherine of Braganza, the wife of Charles II?
Queens.
Yes. And onwards?
Number 10.
Art and painting, Bob. Of which artistic movement were René Magritte and Salvador Dali exponents?
Surrealism.
Onwards, please.
Number 12.
Mythology, Sheila. The name, please, of the Trojan prophetess who was cursed to be able to foretell the future but never to be believed. Cassandra. Bob, please.
Number 4.
The European Union, please, Michael. In which city are the Council of Europe and the European Commission of Human Rights based?
Brussels.
Strasbourg. Again, please, Bob.
Number 5.
Andrew, Matthias wines come from which European country?
Portugal.
A number, please.
Number 14, please.
Colin, Ilkeston, Long Eaton and Glossop are 3 of the largest towns in which English county?
Derbyshire.
A number, please.
Number 2.
Meteorology, Andrew. The measurement of what is shown on a chart called a hyetograph? H-Y-E-T-O-G-R-A-P-H. Hyetograph.
Wind speed.
Rainfall. Again, please, Colin.
Number 15.
Bob, aeroplanes. The fuselage is the main body of an aeroplane. What is the empennage?
The wings.
No, it's the whole tail unit. Again, please, Colin.
6.
The USA, please, Helen. President Clinton won his 2nd presidential election in 1996. Who was his Republican opponent in the race?
Bob Dole.
And a number, please.
Number 10, please.
And Bob, architecture. From the Italian meaning a chief beam, which word describes a moulding around a doorway or window?
Architrave.
Yes, Bob. A number, please.
Number 8.
Marion, which Scottish writer and historian was known as the Sage of Chelsea, as he lived and wrote there from 1834 to his death in 1881?
Thomas Carlyle.
A number, please, Marion.
3.
Norman, on the banks of which river is the city of Lancaster situated?
River Loon.
And a number, please.
Number 15, please.
Bob, English counties again. Tamworth, Leek and Uttoxeter. Which English county?
Staffordshire.
A number, please.
2.
Nicknames, Andrew. Oliver Cromwell was nicknamed Old Ironsides. Which Saxon king of the 11th century was called Ironside?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Edmund II, Edmund Ironside. Again, please.
7.
Architecture again, John. What name was given to the special room in a monastery where monks assembled daily to hear or read from the rule of their order and to conduct communal business?
Cloister.
Chapter house. Again, please, Bob.
4.
The British Isles, the geographical British Isles, that is, Michael. The North Channel to the north, the St George's Channel to the south. Which body of water lies between?
No.
The Irish Sea. Again, please, Bob.
1.
Famous sayings, please, Robert. Complete this saying from Robert Louis Stevenson. It is better to travel hopefully. What comes next?
Than not to have travelled at all.
Than to arrive. Again, please.
8.
In computer terminology, please, Marion, what do the initials ROM stand for?
Rom.
I need to know what they stand for. Read-only memory. Again, please.
Number 14.
And Colin, if an animal is described as being graminivorous, what would it eat?
Grass.
A number, please, Colin.
Number 3.
Mythology again, Norman. Which legendary Spartan king was married to Helen of Troy?
Paris.
Menelaus. No, it was Paris who ran off with her. Again.
5, please.
And Andrew, the name, please, of the ancient city in modern-day Jordan, described poetically as a rose-red city.
Petra.
A number, please, Andrew.
Number 7, please.
Astronomy, please, John. What do the initials AU stand for with reference to the mean distance between the centre of the sun and the centre of the Earth? Astronomical unit. Andrew?
Number 8, please.
Ships in the sea, Marion. On board ship, when specifically must a riding light be displayed?
When a ship is approaching port?
No, when it's at anchor at night. Again, please, Andrew.
Number 10, please.
Bob, the royal family. Which member of the royal family, married to a cousin of the Queen, is, through her father, a direct descendant of Oliver Cromwell?
Princess Marina.
Catherine Worsley, the Duchess of Kent. Again, please.
Number 14, please.
Science and chemistry, Colin. Which two chemical elements make up the gas ammonia?
Nitrogen and oxygen.
Nitrogen and hydrogen. Again, please, Andrew.
15, please.
The peerage, Bob. What's the double-barrelled family name of the Dukes of Marlborough?
Spencer Churchill.
And number, please, Bob.
Number 6, please.
Law and order, Helen. What is the name of Canada's National Law Enforcement Department?
Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Yes, Helen.
Surprise. Number 3, please.
Paris, please, Norman. Which famous Paris landmark stands on top of Montmartre, the tallest hill in the city?
Sacré-Cœur.
Yes, Norman. A number, please.
Number 1, please.
Television, Robert. 1 foot in the grave, the irascible Victor Meldrew. What's his long-suffering wife's name?
Margaret.
A number, please, Robert.
Number 10.
Bob, the dried flesh of the coconut from which coconut oil is obtained is called what?
Copra.
A number, please.
Number 3.
Norman, English law. What is ferriage? F-E-R-R-I-A-G-E.
The cost of transporting something by ferry.
Well, it's the fare paid at a ferry or transportation by ferry, so yes, OK. Again?
Number 6, please.
Helen, currency. What's the main unit of currency in Brazil?
The escudo.
Real, spelled R-E-A-L. Again, Norman?
Number 10, please.
Bob, please. The name or location of a battle, please. When was the last time the English crown changed hands on the field of battle?
Bosworth Field.
Yes, indeed. 1485.
Number 1.
Robert, please. What was founded in Australia in 1928 by the Reverend John Flynn?
I don't know.
The Royal Flying Doctor Service. Again, please, Bob.
Number 15.
Bob, please. The name, please, of the siren who lured boatmen to destruction on the River Rhine.
The Lorelei.
And a number, please.
Number 6, please.
Helen, English literature and poetry. Thyrsis, The Scholar Gypsy and Dover Beat, works by which 19th century poet, the son of a famous schoolmaster of Rugby School?
Matthew Arnold.
A number, please.
Number 10.
What in Scotland is a public raup?
A sale.
Yes,
An
OK.
auction.
It's a sale or an auction. OK, Bob.
Number 3.
20th century literature, Norman. Grantchester Grind is a sequel to which 1974 novel by Tom Sharp set in an imaginary Cambridge college and focused on the progressive zeal of the new academics. Porterhouse Blue. Again, please, Bob.
Number 6.
And Helen, ships in the sea. What in the context of ships and the sea is meant by the word jury, J-U-R-Y?
I don't know.
It means temporary or improvised, as in a jury mast, which is a temporary mast. Again, Bob.
Number 6.
Helen again. Thanatology. Thanatology is the scientific study of what?
Death.
A number, please.
15.
Bob, please. The Mother Cathedral of the Episcopal Church of the United States of America is actually in the United Kingdom. In which city?
Manchester.
Aberdeen. Again, please.
15 again.
The New Testament, the Garden of Gethsemane. What is the meaning of the word Gethsemane, Bob?
Olive trees.
No. It's an oil press or olive press. Well, we did get there. It was tough. It's 12 down, 3 to go. And after the break, Andrew Dunlin from Kingston upon Hull, Helen Grayson from Leeds and Bob Moore from Witherslack in Cumbria will be here for the final. Do please stay with us.
If you're thinking about switching to a better mortgage, remember, it isn't just about bringing your interest rate down. You should demand a lot more than that. You should be able to choose the type of interest rate that suits you. Variable, fixed, or a combination of both. Choose a Freestyle mortgage from Standard Life Bank and you'll get all that and a lot more, because Freestyle has the flexibility to put you in control. So, if you like, you can take up to 2 payment holidays every year. Or you can make additional payments at any time. After all, it's your mortgage and you can repay it at your own pace. Freestyle also gives you easy access to extra funds, which means that you can buy anything you want at mortgage rates. So what are you waiting for? Call Standard Life Bank now on 0845 608 2000 or speak to your financial advisor. Make more of your mortgage with Freestyle from Standard Life Bank.
Quickstep laminate flooring can now be installed without glue. You decide where to start and it's finished in no time. You push the panels together and click, it's ready. Another advantage, you can walk on the floor straight away. A perfect finish every time. Quickstep, the floor with character. You can reinstall it up to 3 times with the Uniclick system. For more information, call us free of charge. 0800 959 230.
The 3 surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Andrew Dunlin, a student from Kingston upon Hull, Helen Grayson, a part-time university clerk from Leeds, and Bob Moore, an information centre officer from Witherslack in Cumbria.
Thank you. Welcome back. Andrew, Helen, Bob, put your fingers on the buzzers. Off we go, and we start with environment. Sponsored by the European Union, the Blue Flag campaign... Andrew?
It's for clean beaches.
It is indeed. Poetry. Who in a famous poem was promised a fee, though never paid? Andrew?
Pied Piper of Hamelin.
Diabolism is the belief in or worship of what? Bob?
The devil.
Shakespeare, Hamlet. The names, please, of the 2 former school friends of Hamlet. Helen?
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Television. Star Trek. Mr. Spock is half human and half... Helen?
Vulcan.
Agatha Christie. Miss Marple solved her first full-length case in Murder at the Vicarage. In which quiet, fictitious English...
St Mary's Mead.
St Mary Mead, yes, OK. And 3 correct answers. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The arts. In which field of the arts are Bill Kenwright, Michael Codron and Ray Cooney famous names?
The theatre producers.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Economics, the stock market. The name of which animal is used to describe an investor who buys stocks and shares in anticipation of a general rise in prices?
Bull.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
North Africa. Great Britain once ruled Egypt. Italy ruled Libya. Which European country ruled Tunisia?
France.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Robert Louis Stevenson. Who buried the treasure on Treasure Island?
Ben Gunn.
He was left behind. Captain Flint. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Sport and boxing. From first bell to last, and assuming it goes the full distance, a 12-round professional championship boxing match lasts 47 minutes. How much actual boxing time? Helen?
36.
Yes, 12 3-minute rounds. Question or nominate?
Nominate Bob, please.
Bob, which 16th, 17th century poet became in 1621 Dean of St Paul's Cathedral?
Jonathan Swift.
No, that was Dublin. This is John Donne. And again, please?
Nominate Andrew.
Andrew, please. Quotations. Every time a child says, I don't believe in fairies, there is a little fairy somewhere that falls down dead. Where does that line come from?
Peter Pan.
Question or nominate?
Helen, please.
Famous quotations from the American writer and wit Dorothy Parker. Men seldom make passes.
At girls who wear glasses.
They do, Helen. Question or nominate?
Nominate Bob, please.
Zoology. Percheron, Lipizzaner and Appaloosa are all breeds of which sort of animal?
Horses.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Andrew.
Andrew, the Roseland Peninsula, St Anthony Head and Pendennis Point, all in which English county?
Cornwall.
Question or nominate?
Bob, please.
Bob, card games. What name is given to a poker hand in which all the cards are of the same suit?
Flush.
Question or nominate?
Question.
Football. Who now holds the managerial job held in the past by Wilf McGuinness, Frank O'Farrell, Tommy Docherty, Dave Sexton and Ron Atkinson?
Sir Alex Ferguson.
And question or nominate?
Nominate Andrew.
Andrew, which monarch commissioned the writing of the Doomsday Book?
William I, the Conqueror.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
In which ocean does the phenomenon the El Niño effect originate?
The Pacific.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Spaceflight. What term is used for 2 craft physically joining together in space?
Conjunction.
Docking. And fingers back on the buzzers, please. Charles Dickens. Kent, sir. Everybody knows Kent. Apples, cherries, hops and women. An observation by which character in Pickwick Papers? Mr. Jingle. Fingers still on the buzzers. The Peloponnesian Wars were fought between which 2 city-states of ancient Greece? Andrew?
Between Sparta and Athens.
And question or nominate?
Bob, please.
Bob, Parliament. What term denotes the most severe instruction to members of Parliament that they must vote in a division of the House supporting their party?
3-line whip.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Mental arithmetic. What is 60% of 60?
45.
36. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Films. Which filmmaker's dictum was that the length of the film should be directly related to the endurance of the human bladder? Alfred Hitchcock. From the French meaning cold blood, what term is used for... Helen?
Sang-froid.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Music. To which two young girls, at the time aged 5 and 1, was Edward Elgar's nursery suite dedicated when it was first performed in 1931?
Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret.
Yes, Princess Margaret Rose, as she was. And question or nominate?
Question, please.
Religion. The name for which church feature comes from the Latin meaning spring or fountain?
Font.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
What word describes a painting or picture done in shades of one colour or in black and white?
Monochrome.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
House of Commons procedures. What traditional term is used to refer to anyone who is not a member, officer or official of the House?
Stranger.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Politics. The holders of the same office in the 1950s and 60s became respectively the Earl of Avon and the Earl of Stockton. Who were they?
Harold Macmillan and... other guy, Anthony Eden.
Yes, the other way round, but okay, yes. Anthony Eden first, the Earl of Avon. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Famous quotations. What, according to Oscar Wilde, is the one thing in the world worse than being talked about?
Not being talked about.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Astronomy. Phobos and Deimos are the two natural satellites of which planet?
Mars.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Card games and bridge. In standard bridge, the players are designated 4 names, although they play in partnership as 2 teams. What 4 names?
North, south, east and west.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which 2-word Latin expression means whither goest thou?
Quo vadis.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
At the height of their fame in the 1940s and 50s, in what field were Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger famous names?
They made films.
They were. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The Zambezi River flows into which ocean?
Indian Ocean.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The animal world. What name is given to the soft, hairy skin that covers deer's antlers while they are growing?
Velvet.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Meteorology. On which scale does 2 indicate a light breeze, 4 a moderate breeze, and 9 a strong gale?
The Beaufort scale.
Well done, Andrew. 113 and 1. Bob, 52 and 1 life left. Helen, 181, 30 for those 3 lives. 211 points, equal 12th position on the finals board. And I would have thought fairly safe for the grand final. Well done, all 3 of you. Well done, Andrew. Well done. And well done, Bob. That's it for today. There's no 15 to 1 tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday, as Channel 4 has racing on. So we'll be back on Friday. See you then.
She asked for it. Only did it. She let him prove it.
90% of rapes are still by men women know. The conviction rate is falling. You may think you know about rape and the failings of the legal system. The truth is much worse. Dispatches explodes the myth of so-called date rape. Thursday at 9 on 4.
With over 100 activities, nowhere comes close. Oasis. For a brochure, call 08705 086 086.
Stay in Scotland for even a short break, and Scotland stays with you for a lot longer. For your free Holiday Scotland pack full of special offers, call now on 08705 511 511.
If you love your home, you won't want to leave it if stairs become a problem. Why not call Stanner now? We pride ourselves on providing a range of safe and reliable stair lifts, and you can be sure of getting a friendly service at all times. No wonder Stanner is the world's most popular stair lift, giving over 150,000 people so far the freedom to go on living in their own homes. Call 0800 715 400 now for a free